Yo, so the next thing I want to talk about cosplay in general, and just kind of an aspect, and as well as this, but this will kind of be two-parted, mostly because I'll be kind of jumping back and forth between two separate topics, but kind of in the same realm, so to speak. And that is kind of a basics of like how I afford all my cosplays, kind of like how I afford all of everything, where to get them, kind of like some tips and tricks of what I've learned, and savers, pretty much saving trips and tricks and all that. So yeah, pretty much to start this off, me personally, I've been granted the luck of, since I come from a family of crafters and builders and all that, most of mine has been hand-me-down stuff. All of the stuff from keyblades to some cosplays to props in general, most of it has been from the luck of my grandma, and when she passed away we got a lot of her stuff. So of course a good portion of that has come from that, plus my mom having a lot of things and fabrics and all that. However, one big tip that I've learned, and actually I learned this through university life, was you can definitely a lot of coupons. Joann's always has coupons, so does Hobby Lobby, so does Michael's. Whatever crafting store you go to, more than likely will have coupons. Same with Walmart. There's a bunch of different things that you can like substitute for certain products, certain things, all that. And I mean, that's how I get also a good portion of my fabrics too, besides from the local back room of my grandparents. That again. And I mean, even with there's been a couple cosplays that I've used fabric from her back room. And I mean, I can name a lot of examples on the keyblades itself, but I will explain props and prop building on another video later on. Because my journey on props in general has been just a complete and interesting journey. And I think that's a good one for a next video. But I mean, pretty much all of my cosplays, which are actually, I kid you not, most of them are right there, all hung up, all nice and neat, except for the one on the bottom, which is still a work in progress and you can't see it anyways. But I mean, if there's something that's a work in progress, they kind of stay separate, like the skirt. I need to do another dye bath on it, because you guys have seen it in some TikToks. If you guys visit my TikToks, I've actually used that skirt. But pretty much all of a good portion of my cosplays that could be hung up, that don't need special hangers or anything, are up here. The ones that need special hangers are kind of in a drawer for right now until I can get more hangers. And I have them, I've tried to sort them by which animes they're from or which game they're from, but that's right now a little bit of a mess. I need to actually go in and fix it again. And I mean, for me personally, you can tell it ranges anywhere from store-bought or like bought in general, like Hinamori Amu was bought, or thrift. Like most of them have been either bought, fully bought, and that's actually only one that's been really just fully bought. The rest of them have been either thrifted or made myself, such as being made myself with, of course, Kairi, Shion, Namine. Kingdom Hearts 1 was thrifted. The prized possession that is Shion's cloak, that has been purposed multiple times. And I mean, oh, forgot. This is another one that was actually bought. You can find many different cosplays actually for clearance after Halloween or such, like at Otaku Closet. I found this one is specific at Hot Topic for $13 when it's originally like 50. So I got lucky. And I mean, yeah, it has some things that needs to be fixed on it, like the zipper and even the little edges. I'm actually thinking about closing it off or making boot covers for a specific pair of shoes that'll go with this. But like even with, there's another one I bought. Oh, you can also find very good deals. Otaku Closet. I got both outfits. They were originally selling it for $20. I tried really hard to bargain for it. Got it for $5. The only thing that I had to do on it was kind of fix the skirt a little bit because I have hips. This lacks hips. So I pretty much seam ripped it a little bit and kind of fixed the pleats on it. But I mean, other than that, it fits fine. And we added a little bit onto the sides so that the top would fit. But I mean, $5. You can easily find cosplays for cheap at Otaku Closet. Same with wigs. Wigs too, I've learned a lot of people sell them for between $5 and $10 depending. I had Ignis's from Otaku Closet for $5. Haruhi's wig was $5, plus her ponytail extension, which was $10. Oh, the one that I used for my OC Kurai, that was $10. And the only reason that one was a little bit... Actually, that one I bargained for. I actually got it for $5 because it needed help. When I originally got it about 2 years ago, it needed help. And so that's why I got it for cheaper than all the other wigs. And I mean, even with... I got lucky being friends with a lot of cosplayers at the time, so I've actually gotten a lot of cosplays and like wigs from trade for say. And like them just kind of giving it to me, being like, oh, here you go. So like with Toga's wig, I got that for free. I got, there's a wig that I got that I'm going to probably, I don't know who's cosplaying these for, maybe Italy. But I have another one that's in my collection that I haven't really used. The long brown one I got for $5. Like, Otaku Closet, best saver ever. And they're usually on a Saturday or Friday, Saturday, depending on if it's a 4-day con or a 3-day con. And it usually takes place around the same time that Masquerade does. Ugh. And pretty much with cosplay care in general too. I mean, you can find a lot of good things in Otaku Closet, such as I've actually... And I know a lot of people will be against this, but sometimes you can get very, very lucky. I actually found a binder in Otaku Closet and it fits me. And I mean, even with, like I said, I've found quite a bit in Otaku Closet that it's like cheap compared to, I kid you not, my Hinamori one is the most expensive cosplay I have. And that one was $80. So that's why I'm like, Otaku Closet is usually your saver. Sometimes you can get things off of Amazon. It just kind of depends for say, because let's just say for me personally, I haven't had the best luck with Amazon cosplays and their wigs. My Tsubaki, which I'll put probably over here, or you guys have seen it on Instagram depending. But that one in specific, I got the shirt from Amazon and the wig itself. The wig took like a month to get to me. And oh my god, it needed a lot of help. Even after I used it for what I needed it for, I worked on it for a good another month because it was not good quality. It needed help. And even with the shirt had to have some minor adjustments because of the quality. And I think those are the only like things that I've really gotten from Amazon that were cosplay related. Oh, and there's one other wig. Oh, Mari's wig, Marinette's wig. She's another one that it's like, I bought 3 different wigs. So Amazon wigs, I mean, if you have the time and patience, I will recommend it, but other than that, personally for me, what I do is I wait for clearance sales and coupons galore from Arta Wigs or from Epic Cosplay Wigs, because pretty much those 2 sites in specific have like the best wig quality. I mean, most of my cosplay wigs are from Arta, and you can multi-purpose them. Like my Kyrie one is also, Kyrie Kingdom Hearts 1 is also going to be surprise masquerade stuff. Luca's pink wig is also Junko wig, because I have the pigtails for that. Mitsuki's wig is also Diva's wig. Toga's wig can also be Bubbles. Like, multi-purpose wigs, no matter what. Unless they're like specific list out, like Marinette's I don't think can be really anyone. Neither can Tsubaki's because of how it's styled as of now. And the soon-to-be Sora Roxas makeshift one. I need to figure out how to get it darker. I should have probably just dyed it darker and then styled it, but I already started styling it, so but I mean, pretty much, for me personally, like I said, coupons, always like price check on everything, because you never know too. There's a store that is local to us that's in our mall that sells cosplays, yes, but they're just as expensive. You might as well order them online and get them for cheaper, especially if you have Amazon. Amazon Prime is a lifesaver for to say, but also, like I said, it's not the best for everyday cosplays and like purposely getting your cosplays from, because of how their quality is. Especially if you're going to get them for cheap. Quality. And I personally prefer making them myself. Like, I mean, a good portion of these were made or thrifted. I don't really recommend buying them unless you have the time to fix up whatever was bought. Just because I've heard also like a lot of horror stories about them being lost in the mail, and just there's just too much negativity around buying your cosplays. But I mean, if that's what you got, work with it. Now, for part 2. I'll be seeing you guys in part 2. Bye.